Hey, what's up guys? This is Drake Mateos. So, welcome to my new channel, and welcome to my new Pokemon Heartgold and SoulSilver walkthrough. So, this is going to be my first adventure on this channel. We're going to be exploring the region of Johto, which is near the Kanto region where Pokemon originated from. And, yeah, so let's get this show underway. So for those of you who don't know, Heartgold and SoulSilver are the remakes of the popular Gold and Silver Pokemon games that were made over a decade ago. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Loads of new features have been added and whatnot. So we're going to be exploring those together. So for those of you new to the franchise, you can get some information such as controls or the general adventure, but we don't need any of that. You got me to tell you all that, if you really need that. So we start here with this cutscene. So we see some person who's waking up just now because he overslept, and it's this guy. So most of you know who this guy is. This guy is Professor Oak, and he is probably the most famous Pokemon researcher in the Pokemon world, and he's from the Kanto region. So yeah, he's going to introduce you to the world of Pokemon. Now, most of you know what Pokemon are. They're these creatures that people capture and battle and just have a good time with, and some other people just use them as pets, but, you know, those people are missing out in my opinion. So now, after that introduction, we're going to meet our character, and you get the choice between a boy or a girl. I am, of course, a boy, so, yeah, so now we name our character. My name, of course, is Drake. You can all call me Drake. And, yeah, if you guys are so inclined, you can grab a DS and join me on this adventure. So, yeah, now let's begin our grand adventure into the Pokemon world. So now we'll shrink to size and let's get going. Alright, so as in every Pokemon game, you wake up and you're in your room. So, yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in here, a TV, a Nintendo Wii, a bed, and a computer. So yeah, but let's go downstairs and see what's going on. So as you get downstairs, you meet your mother, and she's going to tell you some stuff. She's going to say how your friend Lyra's playing outside with her Marill, and that Professor Elm, the regional professor, is looking for you because he has something to ask you. So your mother gives you a bag, which you carry your items and Pokeballs, etc. And you get your trainer's card, which is basically like a license for Pokemon, I guess. The ability to save your game and to change your options. Now, with those in tow, we can keep going. So let's exit the house. And here is New Barktown, our hometown. So as you exit the house, you actually ran into this Marill here. Okay, my grammar was completely stupid there. We run into a Marill. And we see that it belongs to that trainer over there, and that trainer is Lyra, or it'll be Ethan, the male, for those of you who picked a female character as the protagonist. So with those two gone, we can keep going. So this is New Barktown, this is your hometown, and this is where you start your adventure. Now there are only 4 houses in this whole town, which is kind of weird, but you know, whatever floats their boat. And over there is Professor Elm's lab. So as you can see, it looks fairly small, but, you know, I'm not here to judge. And outside you see this guy with red hair. So let's just talk to him. So this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? And he just kicks you, look at that, he just kicks you. What a rude guy. Come on, you know, I could take him in a fight, you know, if I could be bothered. So yeah, with that all done and dusted, let's go inside. So, as you enter the Pokemon Lab, you see Professor Elm, and he is going to greet you very nicely. And he talks about how people, before Pokeballs were invented, they carried Pokemon around with them outside, just like Lyra does with her Marill. And, yeah, he starts talking about the special bonds that develop with Pokemon when they're closer to humans like that. So suddenly he gets an email, which sounds a lot like a phone call, and yeah, he gets an email from his acquaintance, Mr. Pokemon, I'm sorry. And yeah, he's the kind of guy who finds loads of weird stuff, and this time he's found a Pokemon egg, which is a pretty nice discovery. Apparently Pokemon lay eggs and, you know, have babies. So he of course wants to send us to go pick up whatever Professor Pokemon has found. Why do I keep calling him Professor Pokemon? I have no idea. He's called Mr. Pokemon. Anyway, now's a crucial moment of the game. You get to pick your first Pokemon. Now over here you see 3 Pokeballs, and you get the choice of 3 starter Pokemon, each of a different type. So let me introduce you to the Pokemon types that you get to pick as your starter Pokemon. So here you'll reach a menu where you get to touch on the touch screen which Pokemon you guys want to start out with. Now I'm just going to give you a general introduction. This is Chikorita, which is the grass type Pokemon of the game. First of all, the grass type Pokemon tends to be easier to raise in terms of level growth, and for this case, Chikorita, the grass type Pokemon, is actually one of the hardest routes to go, because in many of the fights you're going to experience in this game, Chikorita is actually fairly disadvantaged. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a challenge in this game, I definitely recommend going with Chikorita. So that's one option. The next option is Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil's the fire type Pokemon of this game, and it is fairly balanced in terms of the other two. It's got good special attack, and it's got decent speed. It's definitely kind of a smooth sailing ride through the game. It's definitely a great option for those of you who are looking for a smooth sailing in the game. Last choice is not Chikorita, it's Totodile. So Totodile is the water type Pokemon of this game, and it's a very tough physical attacker. It's got fairly good speed, and it excels at physical attack. So if you're looking for a good physical attacker that is a water type, Totodile is definitely the starter to go with. Now I'm going to choose Cyndaquil as my starter Pokemon for a number of reasons. Those of you who actually know me would know that Typhlosion, its fully evolved form, is actually one of my favourite Pokemon of all time. But also because Cyndaquil is my favourite Pokemon to use in this game, so despite the fact that I've used him many times, I will gladly use him again. Also because I used Totodile last time I played this game, so I do kind of want to go back to other Pokemon. I used Chikorita before, which was a pretty good choice of Pokemon. Definitely a tough challenge. Anyway, I'm just going to nickname my new Cyndaquil, and I'm going to give him the name I first named my Cyndaquil back in Gold, which I still have actually on my Gold at home, back at home. I'm not living at home right now. Did I spell it right? But yeah, I did. The nickname will make more sense when he's a Typhlosion, but whatever. Anyway, this is meet my Explosion, or Explosion, as I like to call him. So that's my Cyndaquil, and this is going to be my starter Pokemon. So as you can see, your starter is going to be walking outside the Pokeball with you, and that's not only for the starter Pokemon. Each Pokemon can walk outside with you despite its size or whatever, as long as it's first Pokemon in your party. Now, Professor Elm is going to send you off to go see Mr. Pokemon, who lives just past Cherrygrove City, which is the next city. And yeah, so before we go out, we are stopped by this guy, and he's going to give you some potions which restore your Pokemon's health after it's fought in battle. So yeah, definitely heal up your Pokemon if things go badly. So let's exit the lab, and we run into Lyra and her Marill again. So yeah, they're going to greet us, and they're going to see our shiny new Pokemon. And yeah, I picked a Cyndaquil, so yeah, it is a pretty cute Pokemon, isn't it? So now we're going to show it to our mother, upon Lyra's suggestion. So Marill seems to be interested in our Cyndaquil. And oh yeah, you can talk to your Pokemon that's outside with you, so let's see what Cyndaquil has to say. it is doing a smiley face. It's looking away and smiling. Oh, looking this way and smiling. That's what happens when they see me, I guess. So let's go back home. So, yeah, look, Mommy, I got a Pokemon today! Drake, what a cute Pokemon you have! Why, thank you, I like it myself. Anyway, so now we're going to tell her that we're going to see Mr. Pokemon, and that my Pokegear has arrived from the shop. So, Pokegear is basically your cell phone in this game. You can use it to call people, and you can use it, it's basically like an iPhone. It's got like loads of apps you can do. You can use and stuff. So yeah, that's a pretty cool item we just got there. So with that in tow, we can get going. So we're gonna leave New Bark Town now and go see Mr. Pokemon, who lives just past Cherrygrove Town. So as we exit New Bark Town, we're actually stopped by Professor Elm, who has forgotten to tell us something. So, he forgot to give you his phone number. So, yeah, in this game you register people's phone numbers, and if you add people to your phone book, some trainers will call you for Pokemon rematches in case you beat them, or other important people just add you on your phone because, you know, they just like my sexy voice. Anyways, this is the first route of the game, which is Route 29. And Cherrygrove City is at the end of this route. Now be careful, because in this tall grass you'll run into wild Pokemon, which will trigger Pokemon battles. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention to you guys, I'm just going to show you more on my Cyndaquil. So, it is a male Pokemon. It's naive-natured, and it's somewhat of a clown. It's at level 5. All your starter Pokemon will be at level 5, no matter which one you pick. So as you can see, it's got good speed and it's got decent attacking power. It lacks a bit of special defense, but that's not too much of a concern. At the beginning, your Pokemon's only going to know one attacking move and one stat lowering move. You're either going to know Tackle, I think you'll learn Tackle, I think Totodile has Scratch, however. Chikorita and Cyndaquil should have Tackle, I believe. So yeah. That's my Cyndaquil for you guys, and now we're just gonna go across this tall grass. Hopefully we won't run into wild Pokemon. Later on you can buy repels to stop them from appearing for a number of steps, which is a very nice item, and somehow I didn't run into any wild Pokemon, but I probably just jinxed it there or whatever. Oh, there we go, first step. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna be cutting out Pokemon wild battles, just because they're a waste of time, in my opinion. I really cannot be bothered to fight them. All off-screen training is going to be done, yeah, obviously off-screen. Sometimes you'll find my Pokemon are a bit higher leveled than another episode, maybe. That means I've been training off-screen, and wow, we've only run into one wild Pokemon on our way to Cherrygrove City. That must be a record for me, because I usually run into about 50 every time I play this game. Anyway, here's Cherrygrove City, and as soon as you enter the city, you run into this old man, and he notices you're a rookie trainer, so he's going to show you around and show you some stuff. So, yeah, we need to follow him, even though he's running at super speeds. So he forgets you're not wearing the running shoes, so you can't keep up with him, so he's going to go a bit slower. Anyway, this is a Pokemon Center, and this is where they heal your Pokemon completely, and it's free of charge to use, so go in there whenever you wish. This is a Pokemart, which is where you can buy all your supplies, like Pokeballs, potions, you name it. Over there it leads to a Route 30, which is the next route, and it's where we're going to be heading soon. And Mr. Pokemon's house is actually on the end of the route, so yeah, we definitely need to go there. So now he takes us to the ocean. So this is the sea, as you can see. That's some good rhyming. Some old guy with some ill rhymes or whatever. Anyway, this is the guy's house, so thanks for keeping up with me. He's gonna give you some running shoes, which are still warm, so that's so disgusting, but whatever. We're just gonna wear them anyway. So, yeah, in this game you actually get the option of keeping your running shoes on at all times. You don't need to hold B like you do in the other Pokemon games. So, yeah, I'm just gonna enable them, and now we can always run no matter what. We don't have to hold down B. So, yeah, this should be able to make us run faster. And the old man comes out again, and now he wants to give us something else, and he gives you a map card application for your Pokegear. So now you can check wherever you are in the Pokemon world, so that's really cool. So anyways, yeah, that's it. So, this is actually it for the first part. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all next time when we head over to Mr. Pokemon's house. I'll see you all next time.